So guys, I'm Nowrin, and what we're going to do today is that we're going to create a program in C++ where we're going to input some stuff. That we're going to input a number and a name, and then we're going to get an output of the number and the name together. And we're going to include some classes in the code, and that's the main subject today, classes and objects today. And so I'm gonna start ahead right here by clicking file journal. And just so you know that we are using DevC++ 5.11 version. You can use any version of DevC++ or any other compiler like Codebox or any other stuff. So I'm gonna create a new file by clicking file button right over here and then source file. So we have total new file right over here, and what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start my program by writing #include iostream and then using namespace std. And then so what we're going to do at first is that we're going to declare the class at first. So the class declaration would be something like a person, and class would be a person, and then the class would be public, as we know. And the next thing we're going to do right now is that we're going to declare the variable. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to declare the variable right over here, which would be a string, and the string would be a name. As we spoke about, the name would be the string as it contains a lot of characters in a word, and then there will be an integer number. As we talked about the numbers, that number will be an integer, as it will always be an integer as it's a number of a person. So we're going with integer. So what we're going to do right now is that it would be main function integer int main, and what I'm going to do next is that we're going to create an object for the class. So the class right over here, person, we're going to create an object for that person for the class. So, and that would be person object. Just to simplify it, it would be obj, and then we're going to get an output from the code, and that would be cout. Cout, enter the name. So in this code, at first, what it's going to get in output is that the black screen, the output screen would have a sentence which would be enter the name, and then in the next line what we're going to do is that we're going to see in the name obj dot name as we gave at first, and then we're going to get an output again, and that would be enter the number, the integer number that we spoke about, and then the cin would be obj dot number. So we're done with getting inputs and outputs of everything, and the thing we're going to get next is the final output of this whole program, and that would be cout obj dot name, and then we're going to get a sentence of a colon, and then again obj dot number, and then we're going to get the handle and then return 0. So we're done with our program right over here in this whole stuff, and what we're going to do next is that we're going to execute the program by clicking on this execute button. There are a lot of execute stuff. So you can compile and then run, compile and run, and rebuild all. But what I'm going to do is compile and run at the same time, because I want to do them at the same time. Or click F11 in your keyboard. So I'm gonna click it right here, and what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to name it code number, code name, so it will be saved as C++ source files. I'm gonna save it right over here, and then we have the output screen here. They're saying enter the name, so we're going to enter the name Jade, and then we're going to enter the number 4209. So we just got the output, which was totally written over there. I hope this program worked for you as well, and see you next time. See ya.